Well, I'm back at Chillingham Castle, staying the night tonight in the lookout. So I've arrived, just got my key, haven't checked into the room yet, but I'll get sorted soon, get some food put on, and there's quite a bit going on in the castle tonight. There's a ghost tour at 7:30, and then there's an investigation at I believe 10 until 2 a.m, taking us into Halloween. So I'll try not to interfere. I'm not going to do anything too untoward. I'll have a mooch around though, in the spirit of independent investigations. So yeah, I'm just going to go into the Edward I room, have a sit down in there, and just feel the place build again. Not that I've ever experienced anything here. I'm hoping tonight will be different, and I get to see what Chillingham Castle's famous for, which I think I'm still stuck on the fence between good marketing and sort of I want to believe type mantras, but we'll see. We'll see. Well, that's interesting. I'm sat in the Edward I room, and I haven't, or have I? Now, I don't know if it's my mind playing tricks, but in my peripheral vision, I picked up almost like a mirage effect, as if the air was distorted, and it was almost like as you see a ripple on a water surface, and that's how the air looked and the objects that I could see in my peripheral vision. So it happened kind of twice, but I don't know whether it's just tiredness or whether it's this crazy kaleidoscopic LSD inspired drug paraphernalia carpet, which really might have influenced the way my peripheral vision saw something. But just with it's like so broken and jagged, I don't know whether that's created what I thought was something just over here as I was looking in this direction. But I'll give it a little bit longer, see if anything else comes up, but very quiet. So I think I must be going crazy. I convinced myself that this suit of armour over here, that the hands were real. Yeah, and I had to get up because I thought I saw them moving so slightly. And yeah, it's crazy what the mind can do in terms of the tricks it wants to play on you in these places. But yeah, I literally had to get up and go over. I was really hoping it was something. Oh my God. But yeah, for a moment, because I've seen this suit of armour quite a few times when I've been here, and it's obviously just a replica. It's not from any authentic historical period. I was sure that it didn't have those mannequin style hands sticking out of the arms, but it does. So I've noticed that detail. But yeah, I convinced myself that they were moving, just like in some creepy horror movie. Okay, another Edward the First update. I was about to leave 10 minutes ago and I thought I heard two snores. And I've just heard knocking there as well. I hope that's picked up. But almost like a man sleeping with like a gaspy snore. Very faint. But it seemed to be coming from up here. Somewhere around up here. I mean, it more likely something from outside. A bird, a goose, deer, cows, I don't know. But it was enough to get me to think, what's that? Okay, I'm going to leave, get myself out of the car, head to my room because it's going to be a long night. So I met my friend again, the guy who didn't like the light, and I bid him afternoon. Hello, afternoon, how are you? What does he say back? Ah, good afternoon, how are you enjoying your visit? Nice to see you again. No. You better hurry up, mate, we're closing soon. So I just turned around and said, closes at 5 and I'm going to take my time. Better hurry up, we're closing at 5. Closing soon. And so I've arrived in my accommodation for the night, the Lookout, Chillingham Castle. Got a really nice view of the gardens. It's nothing like the grey that I slept in, that I've spent some time at, or the Landseer, which I was in last year. It's all pretty cool. People here for a kids ghost hunt. I think that's until 7 o'clock. And there's another bedroom up here, which I'll probably stay in even though it's a tiny single. Man, it's like a matchstick box. But with this one, I'll just turn off my light. So over here, I believe that's the Edward I at the very top. And just below it, where that second light is, that's the pink room. Now I believe it is people stay in it, but only guests of the castle owner. So that's where apparently perhaps the most haunted room in this castle is. So it's decisions for me tonight, working out where to sleep. That's one room which I might go into, but I'm really thinking about this one. A really ancient little spiral staircase up into like a micro room, and then it has a window overlooking the courtyard like this. Can't help myself being a little bit juvenile. It's like a ghost tour going on, but so I've decided to set up a very small initial investigation in the main bedroom. I've just read the guest book here. Apparently this room has had quite a bit of activity. Lots of noises, banging, wardrobe door opening, which I'm amazed at because it appears to be locked from the inside. So I'm burning some mugwort in the hope it might help enhance the experience here. So I'm just going to sit in peace and quiet. I've set up a couple of spirit balls, got the EMF, got the REM pods. I'm just going to see what it feels like for 10-15 minutes, just while my dinner's cooking, just to get a feel for the place. And then the rest of the evening I'll try to do as much as I can in and around the castle before coming back here, probably around 1 AM. And again, maybe carry out a bit of a longer mini investigation across the property, across this area. Slight noise there. Okay, so yeah, so far, pretty tranquil. One thing did happen when I was sat having my dinner here. Literally, my back was here, and I heard something drop down the side. Like, next door is the bedroom, but it didn't come from the bedroom, it came from here. As if something fell off here and went down the back. But there's no gap. A really distinct noise that something fell off, and that's pretty much it. That is about the only thing that's happened. Anyway, I'm going to go out and explore the castle now. It's going to be a long night. I'm wrapped up warm. It's freezing outside. Bit of rain. Proper atmosphere to the place tonight. And I'm hoping that I get to meet John, Mr. Sage. Okay, so I'm inside the main right up to the Edward I. I think it is anyway. But I'm gonna have a explore. Shit, I don't even think. This doesn't look So here is the infamous Edward I room, just a few hours away from Halloween, when the barriers are down. Let's see how it feels like. You can hear the wind, so strong. Okay, I'm going to sit in silence for a little while. I don't have a torch with me, I've left it back in the room, but there is like a distinct smell of burning. It's almost like burning pumpkin, but there's nothing. Unless one of the, in the pink room where the guests are, they might be, celebrating the mood with pumpkins. And some of them are getting a bit too close to the fire. I'm talking nonsense. Yeah. To be in this room, just on my own, it's quite a rare experience. Bit of a storm which has got up. Certainly hear it from up here. I really wish I've got my investigation equipment, but I've left it back in where I'm staying. I wouldn't probably get too long in here anyway, but yeah, I can really smell that. That's really strong. Oh, yeah, that's really strong. I've been here for 15 minutes and you haven't made any sign. No one is here. If you are here, show yourself. Make a sign. Tell me you're here. I'm waiting for you. Tell me your name. Whisper to me. Come over next to me. Just show me you're next to me. I've come here to see you, to communicate. Show me, do me the courtesy. I'm waiting for you to give me a sign you're here. I've just come here to say hello. I just want you to say hello back. not giving me any sign at all. Okay, then I won't beg you. You do what you want. Stand in front of me. Stand next to me. Just show me that you're here. Well, if you're watching all, you got that video as well. Nothing. I never get anything in this room. Strange smell. Could be cooking downstairs in a different apartment. But I never feel any threat in here, and everyone talks about it. Like a being scared of something or an ominous feeling. Like a dark threat. But when I come in here, it just feels calm. Well, I've been very lucky to spend quite a bit of time in here on my own in such a well-renowned place for, if not the UK's premier place for paranormal activity. But this is the point I'm making. How much of it is manufactured? How much of it is marketing? I mean, I have experienced things which are unequivocally, in my view, unexplainable. But I'm not saying it's not true. Just because I haven't experienced it in Chillingham Castle doesn't mean it's not true. It just means I've not been fortunate enough or unfortunate enough to experience it. But there seems to be so many accounts of activity here. Pareidolia, group hysteria, group delusion, want to buy into the mystery, want to buy into the fantasy, low-key religion. But you know, all these things are quite relevant. I think some of the most authentic paranormal experiences come from you as an individual in places which don't always, you know, have big haunted mystic ruins surrounding them, even though they do lend themselves to the experiences I know from Tynemouth Priory, with what I've experienced there several times. But I can honestly say the activity I've experienced there far outweighs anything I've experienced here. I've never felt anything untoward here. Okay, so I've been in here I spent time here today when I arrived, and then I've been up here for around 15-20 minutes. I'm going to stay as long as I can, and then I'm going to make haste on my exit. I've tried talking. I've tried inviting whatever presence might be here to speak to me, just to let me know that they're here, and that I'm just willing to communicate on some way with them. But okay, I'm going to sit down, try re-open up, let them know that I'm hopefully a good energy. And I'll begin again. Okay, so I did hear a voice. It sounded like Jack. And it sounded like it was here. Here's the room, the Edward I. I was literally, on my last video, just sat there. And I turned the camera off, turned the light off, and started to ask the question, I'm here. Why don't you want to communicate? I'm here. I'm willing to talk to you. And it sounded like, it's Jack. It's Jack, Jack. But it sounded like it came from here. Just over here. It was a definite male voice. It's Jack, it's Jack. Something like that. Yeah. So, I mean, these are still, in my view, quite vague, ambiguous. It could be resonant sound from someone staying down in the pink room because people are staying there. But it did sound like it was there. Is someone called Jack here with me? Well, yeah, that's really got me thinking now. It was unmistakable. It really was. It sounded like there was someone just here. Like, I'll try to mimic it. It's Jack. It's Jack. That's how it sounded. But almost muffled, because it wasn't in clear, audible line of audibility, but as if it was coming up the stairwell. It's Jack. It's Jack. But there was no sounds of anybody. Now, you hear things as people are walking up these stairs. Yeah, that's interesting. That's really interesting. Is Jack here? See, any sound like that, any footsteps, and this is where I was sat, and the voice appeared to come from almost as if it was here. Okay, so I'm going to go back in and sit down for a little while because I'm going to maximise my time in here alone, and if anything else happens I'll get another video on the go. My hair looks like a weird little bean head. Anyway, least of my problems. So obviously, being the idiot that I am sometimes, I've just decided to up the camera light on my GoPro, which will hopefully give a bit of a better indication of what the room looks like. Now I'll front load this short video in front of the last long format video that I did where I was discussing the apparent voice that I heard on the stairs. Is anything with me? Is anyone with me? Would you like to say hello? Give me some sort of sign. I'm here to say hello. Say hello back. Just a sign. I'm here to try to talk. The irony of getting a WhatsApp message at the same time as me saying I'm here just to talk. Could you tell me your name again? You told me your name before. It's important, just share your name with me and then we can talk. Could you come back and just show that you're here? I'm here waiting, hoping to talk to you. Can you tell me if you lived here? Can you tell me if you are with me? Are you with me in this room? Could you tell me if you are angry? Could you tell me if you are upset or happy? I think you told me you were looking for someone before. Could you ask for the name again? Okay, well, I went back to get my spirit box after being advised of a certain Polish paranormal investigator. And she said, go get your spirit box. So I did. So I came back and first thing I did when I walked in the room, felt darker than before. I don't know whether that's because my eyes had readjusted to the light or... But it feels darker, but it doesn't... I don't know. I really don't know. My mind is really 50-50 on this place. Is anyone with me? Could you tell me who you were looking for before? What was the name? You mentioned the name. Say it for me one more time. I'll try to help you. What was the name? Who was important to you? Was it a family member? Could you tell me again the name of the person you tried to contact before? The wind is lending itself to a pretty atmospheric environment for sure, but it doesn't feel scary in the least. There's a ghost to it going on. Here. Not only was he hung. Well, that was interesting. Just as I made that last video, and I will post them sequentially, my GoPro light turned off again, and that's only ever happened when I've had periods of potential activity. It's on fine now, but yeah, here I am just outside the main door to the castle. So I've come back to my tiny little room. Well, it's not a tiny little room, it's actually a massive complex, but the room I'm in right now is minute. But it gives me a beautiful view of the courtyard, and where I was before was where that light is there, the top light, slightly over to the right on that top tower. The Edward I room, and I had a lot of time in there. There is a ghost tour here, and I came out of that room just as, well, 15 minutes before the tour went in there. I just want to sort of summarize how it sort of was. I did hear what appeared to be a voice, for sure. Nothing else. It felt pretty, I mean, yes, it's very atmospheric, but when you see past that atmosphere, I mean, even now, talking about atmospheric, I mean, look at this. I'll just get my torch on to give you an idea. The wind is howling, rain is coming down slightly. I mean, this place just screams atmosphere. So it's easy to get caught up in the emotion of it all. But I guess it comes down to, are you desensitized to things, to this type of experience? Or are you only receptive in certain contexts, certain environments to things? And I think in terms of this place, I think that's what it is with me. I'm still trying to work out whether what I've felt today with the smell, the weird sort of miragey broken image in the Edward I room, and then what I perceived as a voice on the stairs, is it enough for me to say, yeah, something is there, something is real? I've got to err on the side of caution and say no, it's not like what it was at Tynemouth in the Priory. with that REM pod activity, and certainly with what I caught on the GoPro. And it's certainly not like what I experienced in my own home, which led to this whole thing with those 3 flashing orbs in the hallway, which might be totally unrelated to, you know, these sorts of paranormal investigations in these places that have, you know, long established histories of ghosts and things like that. But it's all I can say to myself, honestly, academically, is it's so easy to get wrapped up in the atmosphere. The wind, the environment, the remoteness, the bleakness, the blackness of the sky. I mean, I was here last week, earlier video, with Olivia, and we were like looking up at the sky, still night, Milky Way, beautiful, beautiful. Totally different feel to it, much more serene. But when you're here now on a night like this, there's a darkness to it for sure. There's like an undertone of like somberness to it all. Anyway, reflection on how things have went so far. Nothing has jumped out, literally or figuratively. But the night is still young. It's only around, I think, let's have a quick look. It's only 9:15, so I'm going to probably be up and around for the next 5 hours. I need to. I want to take it into Halloween and the Samhain. So I'll see what happens. Have a bit of fun. I could even try a small investigation in here. I've got no idea where I am. I feel like I'm lost. So I found another room. Is anything with me in this room? If someone's with me, can you tell me your name? If anyone is with me in this part of the castle, could you show yourself just make yourself known to me? Just give me a sign and stand in front of me. Be near me. Tell me your name. Tell me if you're happy.
At least you scared her first.
Thankfully, yeah. I got the scaring. It's alright, man. I'll just have a look around.
It's just the fact that
Stroke of midnight, Halloween, Chillingham Castle. Is anyone with me in this part of the castle? Could you tell me your name? Tell me when you lived here. So I just went for a walk and ended up in here, which has the most surreal feel to it. I've never been in this part of the castle, but it was open. You could just walk in. Such a strange place. I don't know how anyone could collect this amount of... I don't know what it is. Do I have anyone with me? Yeah? Could you just make a sound if someone's with me? I don't know if that was picked up, but I almost heard like a woman's groan. Very strange. Is anyone in this room with me? Could you give me a sign if you're with me? Maybe tell me your name, make a sound. Could you make a sound or tell me your name? So there's a lot of noises, which I'm going to put down to the wind, because there's a bit of a storm outside. Creaky noises everywhere. I think. Okay, I'm going to go and have a little. I feel nervy here. I'm going to have an explore around this area again. I think I might be lost. So yeah, Halloween's just kicked in around 12:15, and all the little normie ghost hunters are in the dungeon, which was a former granary, I believe, as opposed to a dungeon. But yeah, they're all in there. And I'm yet to experience anything visceral, anything, let's say, I don't know, tangible, which is fine. It's totally fine, but I'm just becoming a little more skeptical.